Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. VOK, Voice of Kalijudan.
Hello guys, it is quite often the case that we would like to place both the adverb of manner and the adverb of frequency in the mid position as to give a deeper emphasis. But some of us are confused with the order. In this series, we are going to learn together how we can place the adverb of manner and the adverb of frequency in the correct order. But before that, we will first learn about the adverb of manner and the adverb of frequency. Okay, so as I've mentioned before, there will be 3 videos in this series, okay? And in this video, I'm going to address the first question, that is, what is adverb of manner? Adverb of manner is an adverb that further explains a verb or how something is done. Now, how do we make one? We can form it easily by adding the suffix "lay" after an adjective. And this "lay" is translated as dengan in bahasa Indonesia. But to translate this dengan again into English as with is a terrible mistake. So for example, if we say hati-hati, we say careful. And then what about if we have to say dengan hati-hati? So we have to say it carefully, not with careful, all right? Now, what about ceroboh? Ceroboh is careless. Dengan ceroboh, carelessly, and not with careless, all right? Even though in bahasa Indonesia, we use dengan. So this dengan is slang, and it is not to be translated with, all right? Now, these are some examples of the adverb of manner. Yeah, so beautiful as adjective, we have beautifully, careful, carefully, informative, informatively, steady, steadily, and still many, many, many others. Okay, this is important. Keep in mind that some adjectives may have the same forms of adverb as well as a totally different form. Jadi, yang perlu diperhatikan adalah bahwa beberapa kata keterangan itu, adverb of manner, itu mempunyai bentuk yang sama dengan kata sifatnya. Oke, oleh karena itu, untuk kata-kata sifat ini, ya kita mau rubah menjadi adverb of manner, tidak perlu kita menambahkan lay. Now, what are some of the examples? Okay, for example, this one. Yeah, so daily, for example, yeah, it's a daily newspaper. Yeah, it is a daily newspaper. Okay, so daily as an adjective. And for example, if we say this newspaper is issued daily, yeah, okay. And then fast, for example, yeah, he's a fast learner. He learns fast. He's a fast learner. Dalam kalimat ini, fast sebagai kata sifat. Kemudian he learns fast. Dia belajar dengan cepat. So in this sentence, okay, fast is an adverb, but we don't put late like fastly. No, yeah, right. Kemudian late itu artinya terlambat. For example, he's late or he was late. Ya, di sini dia sebagai kata sifat. Tapi kalau misalnya kita punya kalimat he came late this morning, he came late this morning, itu sebagai adverb. Kita tidak pernah mengatakan he came lately this morning. Ya, karena lately itu artinya bukan terlambat, tetapi akhir-akhir ini. Ya, hal yang sama untuk contoh-contoh yang ada di sini. Okay, and this is quite special. Ya, baik is good. Now we don't say dengan baik is goodly or with good. Ya, but we say it well. Wah, good bagaimana bisa jadi well? Nah, kita harus hafalkan. There is no other way. Ya, so ini harus kita hafalkan bahwa good tidak pernah menjadi goodly, tetapi well. Alright. So now, what are we going to learn next? So in the next video, we are going to learn about the adverb of frequency. ya. So the adverb of frequency. Jadi kata keterangan yang menyatakan seberapa sering sesuatu dilakukan. Oke. Dan setelah itu di video yang ketiga kita akan belajar bersama bagaimana kita bisa menempatkan adverb of manner bersama-sama dengan adverb of frequency di posisi tengah. Oke, thank you very much and I see you again in the third video. Bye. Okay, so welcome back. This is our second video, and we are going to address the second question with this adverb of frequency. So adverb of frequency is an adverb that informs us how often something happens. Yeah, and I'm sure that we must be very, very, very familiar with this kind of adverb, right? Now, these are the examples, right? We have every day, daily, every week, and so on. And we also have this one, okay? Always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never, yeah, generally also. Now, perbedaannya apa dengan yang tadi yang saya presentasikan lebih awal? Perbedaannya adalah bahwa adverb yang ini, ya, kita paling bagus kita taruh di tengah, ya. Nah, kalau kita taruh di depan bagaimana? Kita taruh di belakang bagaimana? Because there are three positions, ya. Kalau kita taruh di depan itu sebenarnya, ya, untuk bahasa lisan masih oke. Ya, di belakang untuk bahasa lisan masih oke. Tapi untuk bahasa tulis saya kira tidak benar. Oke. Nah, kalau kita mau bicara maka sebenarnya agak bebas. Tapi kalau kita tulis maka kita harus menulisnya di tengah. Oke. And then what are we going to learn next? In the next video we are going to learn about putting the adverb of manner and the adverb of frequency in mid position. Alright, kita nggak akan belajar. Hello guys, welcome back. So this is the last video in this series, and we are going to address the third question: how do we place the two adverbs in the mid positions? Okay, now previously we have answered these two questions: what is adverb of manner and what is adverb of frequency? Now, how do we place the two adverbs in the mid position? Okay, so that is the highlight of our discussion. Now, before we learn how to put these two adverbs in the mid position, so I think it is best for us to know the possible positions, and there are three, as we can see in these examples. Yeah, so in the initial position, in the mid position, and in the final position. Now, what about if we write? If you write, it is best to write exactly like sentence number 2. Yeah. Although if you speak, yeah, sentence number 1 and sentence number 3 are okay. Yeah. Now, exactly the same for this one. Now, the best sentence if you write is, of course, sentence number 2. Okay. And we have this one. We have regularly as the adverb of manner. You can put it in front. You can put it in the mid position, and you can also put it in the final position. So the best places for the adverb of manner is in the mid position and in the final position. So in the initial position, it is okay, but I think for oral conversation, yeah, and not for written discourse. Now, let's do it in the mid position. Now, regardless the 4 patterns, yeah, we are going to have 4 patterns. The adverb of frequency must be written first before the adverb of manner when they are available at the same time. So this is a rule which is like the most important for you to memorize. Now, there are 4 patterns that we need to remember. Number 1, the verb of the sentence is to be, and then number 2, there is only one main verb, and number 3, there is one auxiliary and one verb, and number 4, there are 2 auxiliaries and one main verb. Now let's see this one. What about if the verb of the sentence is to be? when the verb of the sentence is to be, you have to put the adverb of frequency after the verb to be. All right. No adverb of manner is possible since the verb is a linking verb. Okay, you have these three examples. And then what about the second pattern? There is only one main verb. Now, if there is only one main verb, put the adverb of frequency immediately after the subject and then write the adverb of manner. Jadi kalau kita lihat seperti ini, they always check the connections. Oke, maka kita letakkan di tengah, di antara subjek dengan kata kerja yang utama. Begitu juga kalau kita punya adverb of manner, kita letakkan kedua-duanya di tengah. We put them exactly in the same place. But then, if we have always and carefully, and we want to put both of them in the middle, then you have to start first with always and then carefully. Yeah. What about if, sir, I would like to say carefully always. They carefully always check the connection. So can I say that? Well, I should say no. Why? Because carefully is an adverb of manner. Okay. And the adverb of manner explains the verb. So you have to place the adverb of manner as closely as possible to the verb. Jadi yang dinamakan dengan adverb of manner ini adalah kata keterangan. Kata keterangan ini menyatakan cara. Dia menerangkan kata kerja. Oleh karena itu harus diletakkan sedekat-dekatnya dengan kata kerja. Now, what about the third pattern? There is one auxiliary and one verb. For example, he will help you. Now, what about if I have always? Then I should say he will always help you. Now, what about if I have adverb of manner? Sincerely. That's all right. Yeah. He will sincerely help you. So we put in between the auxiliary and the main verb. But then you see, if we have both the adverb of frequency and the adverb of manner at the same time, and we want to put them in a mid position, so you have to order them like this. He will always sincerely help you. For the same reason, ya, bahwa adverb of manner menerangkan cara bagaimana sesuatu dilakukan dan harus diletakkan sedekat-dekatnya dengan kata kerjanya. Now, this is the last one, the fourth pattern. There are two auxiliaries and one main verb. Jadi ada dua auxiliary dan satu kata kerja utama. Contoh, the criminal will be punished. All right, the criminal will be punished. Now, what you have to do is you have to put the adverb of frequency immediately after the first auxiliary. Okay, the criminal will soon be punished. Now, will is the first auxiliary, be is the second auxiliary, and punish is the main verb. Now, what about the place of the adverb of manner? You have to place the adverb of manner after the second auxiliary or right before the verb. Okay, so if you have severely only, then your sentence must be the criminal will be severely punished. Now, if you have both the adverb of frequency and the adverb of manner, then you have to write like this. The criminal will soon be severely punished. Now, what about if you put severely after will in this case? No, don't do that, okay? Because severely explains punish, the verb punish. So you have to put severely as the adverb of manner as closely as possible to the verb. Now, here is a summary. Adverb of frequency always comes first, just in any cases. Okay, if you have adverb of frequency and adverb of manner together. Jadi, adverb of frequency harus selalu ditaruh paling depan. Kemudian, adverb of manner is always placed close to the verb because it explains the verb. Jadi, adverb of manner harus diletakkan sedekat-dekatnya dengan kata kerja karena adverb of manner tersebut menerangkan kata kerja. Now, some adverbs of frequency are best put in the mid position. Nah, seperti misalnya sometimes, never, always, generally, usually, maka letakkanlah selalu di tengah. Dan kita masih tahu kalau misalnya ada to be dan tidak diikuti oleh kata kerja, maka letakkanlah setelah to be. Kalau misalnya hanya ada satu kata kerja, maka letakkanlah adverb of frequency itu di antara subjek dan kata kerja. Okay, now what about number 4? When we place the adverb of manner in the mid position, we would like to emphasize more about how something is done, rather than if we put it at the back. Jadi kalau misalnya kita menaruh adverb of manner itu di posisi tengah, maka sebenarnya kita lebih ingin menekankan bagaimana sesuatu itu dilakukan. Dan kesan itu ada daripada bila mana kita menaruhnya di belakang. Oke, itu saja yang ingin saya sampaikan dan semoga kalian semua bisa belajar banyak dari ketiga video ini dan kalian tidak lagi ada kesulitan pada saat kalian ingin menempatkan adverb of manner dan adverb of frequency pada posisi tengah pada saat bersamaan. Oke, terima kasih dan saya harapkan kalian semua bisa mendukung channel ini Voice of Kalijudan dengan cara like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.